Obviously, in the news lately has been a tremendous amount about the border situation and the 25% tariff that's being thrown around down the states to affect Canadians greatly. There's a lot of Canadians who are very nervous and upset about this. It could be coming forward, could affect a lot of businesses and a lot of people. And now there's even talk to retaliation coming back from our side. So it's interesting that this has all happened, appears to have happened so quickly over the last couple of weeks with President-elect Trump's announcement of the issue of having fentanyl and illegal immigration as a problem at our border. Just a week or so ago, we had the minister here, and I asked that minister why it took comments from the President-elect Trump to start acting on this serious situation. And since that meeting, we've actually done some great research and found out that this has been an issue for quite some time. It's been very well known. I have here a meeting note from September 2023, September 2023. The meeting was between the Minister of Public Safety and the Ambassador of the United States, David Cohen, and this is an official document from Public Safety Canada. And this, basically in a nutshell, this talks about in September 2023, Minister LeBlanc met with the U.S. Ambassador David Cohen in a memo prepared for the minister ahead of this meeting with input provided by the CBSA. It stated that topics of interest and concern for the ambassador were fentanyl and illegal immigration at our shared border. My question is for the CBSA individuals here today. Is it fair to say that the Government of Canada and the Minister of Public Safety in particular have been aware of the United States' concerns on these files well in advance of the election of Donald Trump?
So I'm not going to speak for the minister. He's well able to do that himself. I will point out that since taking on this role, I have attended the Cross-Border Crime Forum with both this minister and his predecessor, where fentanyl and drug and firearm smuggling and human smuggling featured prominently in the agenda, and Canada brought as much substance to that meeting as our American colleagues. And out of that, the ministers and the attorneys general recognized the work that we were doing to establish information sharing agreements, told us to hurry up, and asked for feedback in how we were operating together. And we were quite able to give that feedback, and we were operating quite collaboratively together. So I have been in several meetings where these were on the agenda. And like I said, the minister was well briefed by myself and the commissioner in terms of the risks related to it. CBSA has received funding for firearms and drugs in the past few years, as well as addressing irregular migration and stolen vehicles. So the extent to which we have been given additional funding for technology, for detection tools, for
thank you for that. I'm sorry, I have very limited time. There's a second part to the question, so thank you. What we're really trying to get down to is the root here of when it just seems like the last 2 weeks. This is a big surprise to everybody. Everybody's panicking now, trying to resolve a situation. Further to that meeting that happened in September 2023, there was a meeting in May of 2024 that was quite boastfully posted on X, and I have the post here in my hand in the picture, where the post says, "Good to meet with Minister LeBlanc at the embassy today to discuss how the United States and Canada are working every day to deepen our law enforcement cooperation, secure our shared border, fight the scourge of fentanyl, and combat against the infiltration of transnational criminal organization." So that second meeting happened in May of 2024. So we know there's been 2 meetings about this. This can't be a surprise to anybody within the government. The U.S. ambassador shared this photo on X with his caption, talking about securing the border, fighting the scourge of fentanyl, and combating against the infiltration of criminal organizations. To reiterate, would it be fair to say the Government of Canada and the Minister of Public Safety have been aware of the United States' concerns about fentanyl and illegal immigration well in advance of November 2024?
Canadian concerns about fentanyl and irregular migration and illegal migration. And they're concerns that are shared with the U.S., but they're not U.S. concerns. They are Canadian concerns, and they are the preoccupation of the CBSA every day. And so the minister is well versed in the activities that we take, interested in our seizures, the trends that we're seeing. So these are absolutely Canadian concerns, and that they're Canadian concerns that we're working on every day.
And they've been conceding Canadian concerns, obviously, for a while. Not sure how well they've been dealt with. My last question on this issue is, prior to President-elect Trump raising concerns about activity at our shared border, did the Department of Homeland Security or any other department approach the CBSA with concerns about the issues of fentanyl and illegal immigration?
We talk about it all the time. And just as by way of example, 2 times a year I meet with our Border 5 colleagues. That, of course, includes the U.S., Australia, New Zealand, and the U.K. And my U.S. counterpart and I consistently put fentanyl on that agenda. Fortunately for our other homologues, excuse the French term, it hasn't reached their shores to the extent that it has us. So we put it on the agenda. We discuss it. The Americans